Hello, hello, everybody.
Ow.
Hello, welcome back. It's a pleasure to see you all. We can't see you. You can see us, and that's what's important. You had been following a path through the woods to get to the meeting place between the Red Herrings and the mysterious figure known to you only as Garland. This person, Garland, is the one who has been after the owlbear, after the toy owlbear that was stolen. And when you happened upon this clearing, the organized meeting place, the Red Herrings had just handed over the owlbear to Garland. When Zaffre jumped in, declared his presence, the Red Herrings ran off. Meanwhile, Garland sort of noticed you. It'd be hard not to. Meeza also made themselves visible and was able to steal the owlbear using their mage hand. Well played, I must say. So the situation as is, I believe Ag and Noki are still concealed. Ag and Noki were hanging back. They are not in the clearing. They're just a few feet away from the sort of the border of it. Zaffre is standing, I guess, sword drawn. Would that be correct?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Of course. Yes.
it's nighttime.
It's.
At first, I was like, "Wait, no, wasn't it during the day?" And then my brain, it's been a couple of days. I apologize.
I would very much like that to be Zaffre's catchphrase from now on.
It's nighttime.
It's nighttime, and everybody's confused. And Meeza is not too far behind.
Yeah, I'm like right at the edge of the clearing. Like I still want to have foliage cover.
Yeah, but your mage hand is sort of returning to you with the owlbear in it, and sort of Garland had just said his cool line, sort of, "Oh, I'd be far worse than bad. I've been workshopping my voice for the last minute. I hope you've noticed the effort I put in."
It's very good now because we've complimented you. Don't kill us.
Oh, I don't see the need to kill a couple of slimy little lizards. I see you've got yourself a butter knife there. That's quite,
I've got a
quite
sling.
A weapon. Oh, lovely. Now, listen, you little pink pig lizard over there. Why don't you just return that to me? Return that to the grown up. Give it back, and nobody has to get hurt.
How about no? Because it's not yours to begin with.
I think you'll find that it is.
I think you'll find that it's not.
It belongs to children. How dare you?
I wanna keep entangle ready for when he either flees or comes towards any of them to use that spell. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Okay. So
you're
readying an
spell.
action. You're readying an action. You're holding a spell. Okay. Garland's he's taken on a kind of scoffing sort of demeanor towards you, and he's had this big grin, this like very smug grin on his face. It sort of falters a bit when Zaffre, you sort of say, "How dare you?" You get really sort of cross with him. The previous, let's say, owners of this here toy are of no importance. I have a suspicion that you are after the same thing as me, and let me tell you, you are not getting your hands on this treasure of mine.
No, we really just want the owlbear and we'll be on our way, honestly. It's you can go and get your treasure. We don't want it. We just want the owlbear.
He kind of rubs his temples a bit. Give me back the owlbear, and I won't skewer you on me cutlass.
And he turns around and all of you, go now. Return the item.
Oh, we're not leaving you here. I mean, I would leave you. Oh well,
He's gonna start
Oh no.
swinging the sword around like he's
Oh,
Okay,
no.
Ga-
get ready.
Garland isn't reacting to that. He's just looking at you. He says, "No, none of you are. You're right. No, the pink one is right. None of you are leaving, especially not with the owlbear. So I'll be having that back now, please."
You will not. You
Just because
will
you use the word please does not mean we're giving it to you.
I'll
have
rush
been-
at him.
Oh no. Has the
Oh.
has the mage hand come back to me during this conversation?
Yes, you have it sort of with you.
I stick it between Grub and me on my person, which is a horrible move, but we're doing it.
Garland lets out a very exasperated, "Oh, bloomin' blazes," and he reaches down into his shirt and he takes out a long metal tube, and he blows on it, but you don't hear anything. I'd like you all to roll for perception, please. You all hear a rustling noise up above you in the sort of canopy, and a lot of leaves sort of fall down, and a very sort of big shape sort of starts spiraling around in the air.
Not again.
It's big, and it's got wings,
Oh, it's different.
and it's just circling above you. Garland will sort of do like a I can't whistle on. Oh god, it's not going to pick it up, is it? He does a very impressive whistle. Just
You
imagine
sound.
that. Yeah, like that. And he points and jerks his head in the direction of Meeza and the owlbear.
Mm-mm.
And
Mm-mm.
this creature starts to plummet.
I run.
I think we might have to roll for initiative now.
Mhm.
Okay, so first up is Ag.
There's a creature going for Meeza, right?
Yes. I'll describe this as sort of bullet time. It's all happening very quickly, so
Does it look like
yeah.
it will come very close to me?
Where are you standing? Are you standing near Meeza?
I am. Well, Meeza was running, right?
Oh yeah, Meeza. Meeza was...
I ran towards. I
Towards
started booking
Ag.
it backwards.
Are you running towards
I assume
Ag?
that's where I am
Yeah.
because I'm still hidden.
Okay, then
Yeah,
yes.
I
it
ran
will-
towards where I know they are hidden.
Then yes, it will come very close to you. Yes.
Okay, then I am going to ready an action
Okay.
for whenever that creature comes. Within 5 feet of me,
Mm-hmm.
and then I am gonna do my word of radiance.
Ooh.
So that's what I ready.
Okay.
And I yell at Meeza, just keep going, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop.
Next up is the this creature who now it's sort of getting very close. Well, it's almost on Meeza, but it doesn't seem to be going for Meeza. It is literally going for the owlbear, which unfortunately Meeza is wedged under Grub, or sort of with Grub.
Yep.
So let's see, what would this be? I think this might be a strength contest. It is going to try and just grab what's on your back and pull it off you.
You got to be the 7.
Oh, 9, excellent.
Okay.
It's such nice fabric. It's not going to tear.
It's
It doesn't.
it's quality, durable fabric.
Yes, it is. It's very sturdy. So it doesn't rip the sort of grub Bjorn that you have. It doesn't even really touch grub so much. I mean, it does knock you over. I will say that you are prone. Yeah, it has been able to extract the owlbear and is now sort of flying back up, and it's gonna sort of you can see it sort of it's circling back towards Garland. So next up is Noki.
Then I'm just gonna do what I first was gonna do, and it's just entangle the pirates.
Ooh, okay. Fun.
It's a 20-foot square, so
I don't know. It's Zaffre, were you up close to Garland?
Yeah.
Okay. So
like 5 feet close, 10 feet close.
Probably about 10 feet.
Let's put it this way. What we could do is, Zaffre, if you roll for do a dexterity save and see if you can just hop out of the way of this sudden explosion of
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, I would like a description from Ymir of how this spell works, and then I would like a description from Fish about how cool Zaffre looks when he hops out of the way.
Let's see. Let's keep with the mushroom theme, because why not? So there's this slight like tremor first, and then these long stemmed mushrooms kind of come out and with this kind of glaze over them, and start wrapping themselves around what they can.
And then Zaffre, who is he's kind of been, spinning the sword in one hand a little bit, and he feels the rumbling, and he knows Noki's up to something, so he sort of cartwheels out of the way, keeping the sword in one hand.
Fantastic. Okay, so Garland is restrained.
Nice.
Yeah, so oh wait, no, was I supposed to roll?
Yeah, strength save.
Oh, I didn't roll, so we'll see. Sorry, I got your hopes
We
up.
got all excited and we're like, no.
Well, if you willingly want to be entangled, no problem.
Oh, that's a 12.
My save is 13. He's entangled. He's
Okay.
restrained.
So Garland finds himself all entangled by these gooey, icky mushroom stems that have just erupted from the ground.
That's so cool.
Yes, he is successfully restrained, and Zaffre has managed to avoid this mushroom palooza. So next up is Meeza. Unfortunately, you are sort of lying on the ground.
I would like to get up from the ground.
Okay.
And can I take out my sling and shoot the thing that just took the owlbear? Can I try to knock the owlbear from its grasp?
You said. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm being very I'm being needlessly enigmatic. Yes, of course you can. So that I feel. Ooh. Well.
Well. Apparently I can't.
Yeah.
And that's even at disadvantage too. I still get it.
Wow. Oh my goodness, you're right. It's 24. Were you aiming to knock the thing out of its grasp, or to hit the thing?
I was aiming to knock it out of its grasp, and then as soon as it was out of its grasp, I was going to use whatever movement I had left to sort of like run and be like, grab it.
Okay. You I think you probably you hit the talons of this creature, and they sort of reflexively they just open a little bit, and the owlbear plummets to the ground. And it lands in the mushroom
shoot
the mushroom nest. So it is now also entangled next to.
At least it'll be harder to get out.
I would say that Garland is pretty much immobilized. But yes, the owlbear toy plummets and lands right next to him, and you see sort of the mushroom tendrils kind of start to wrap themselves around the owlbear as well. Next up is Zaffre.
He's going to use his sword to try and pull the owlbear closer to him. Like, he's so that he's not, like, he's going to sort of reach in with the sword and use the flat part of the blade to start nudging the owlbear toward him through the mushrooms.
I have a question for you. Just for details, are you sticking your sword into the mushroom sort of conglomeration?
Kind of over it.
Okay.
I don't know if that would work, but
because I was going to say, if you're kind of putting your sword into it, then you'd have to roll. Your sword will have to roll
against entangle.
Against getting entangled.
Okay, I'll try that.
In fact, you know what? I'm feeling the GM evil powers are flowing through me right now.
So strength saving throw. Okay.
Yes.
I'm good at those. So.
You're a strong kobold.
Yeah, a 15.
Okay. So your sword, the mushroom tendrils kind of make little tentative grabbing motions at your sword, but that you're not, they don't get it. And you sort of, you start to nudge the owlbear towards you.
Yeah.
So next up is Garland, who is just, the shock of being entangled is not worn off, but he is now looking at you, trying to perform this action. He struggles a bit. I won't say he rolls again because I'm just loving this so much. He struggles a little bit, and then he does another whistle, and he says, "Busby, the toys here, just get rid of them. Pick them up or something. Just get rid of them." Yeah, that's his action. That's all he can do. He just calls out to Busby. Before going back to Ag, I'm going to say that Busby has actually landed on a tree branch above you. They've realized that they've lost the owlbear, and they're sort of trying to survey the situation. Busby is a very large bird, covered in like tar black feathers, all over their body, save for the neck and head, which are completely bald and reveal a very sort of mean-looking beak and mean-looking eyes. And as Busby perches on this tree branch, it kind of hunches and it ruffles its feathers to sort of look really big, and it does a weird sort of hissing squawk at you all.
How far away from me are they?
Garland is sort of near the edge of the clearing, and Busby is up above you all in a tree branch.
Can I try and take the owlbear from the mushrooms?
You would have to move first to where Zaffre is. So you need to move. I don't know. Don't ask me.
I am gonna move there.
Okay.
Can we get there with our movement speed?
Can we get there in our turn?
30
Sure.
feet.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I want to do that. I go for the owlbear. Okay, so I'm running.
Oh yeah, you're old.
I'm very old.
Right.
So I'm sort of fast walking with my walking stick. Sort of go to the owlbear, and then sort of go, ooh, and pick it up. But I sort of stay hunched down, because I have a plan, which I don't think I have any moves left for.
No, I'd say if you used sort of your action to get closer. So you're
I stay low.
And Busby sees you do this. She can see that there's now two of you who are making a move for the owlbear. Sets aloft again and makes a a beeline for you.
For me?
And well, so I need to decide which one would Busby go for. Would we go for the one with the sword, or the one with the walking stick? Probably the one with the walking stick.
The weakest first.
Yeah, the weakest first.
I'm gonna do warding flame again. If you're gonna attack me.
Yes. And this imposes disadvantage, correct?
Disadvantage. Yes.
I'm afraid that would be nullified because Busby actually has advantage on an attack roll if at least one of their allies is within 5 feet, and Garland is within 5 feet. You're within 5 feet of Garland, so if Busby is coming to you,
yeah,
you do your thing. You do your big flash of
yes.
Narratively, I don't know how that would, but maybe Garland just sort of shouts, "Focus, Busby!" Or something. Close your eyes, my big beautiful bird. Don't let this shriveled old lizard blind you. I love you.
Oh.
And Busby just goes, "Ah!" And it's gonna try and peck you. It's gonna try and peck you, Ag. Does an 8 hit?
No.
Okay. So it's still. I mean, Busby is still a little bit blinded by the warding flare. Her beak whistles. It's very close though. It's like whistles just past your horns, and then it sort of rises back up to do another circle swoop maneuver. Noki is up next.
Did Ak grab the owlbear, or?
Now, Astrid, you're nodding, but if you're putting your hand in the mushrooms, then you should have rolled for strength before.
I didn't roll.
Well, then nothing happened.
I can roll.
Not now. It's not your turn.
Okay.
But the bird is still around Egg, or
no. Busby sort of attempted a dive bomb, missed, and is now going sort of flying back up again. But I guess looking at it, you would assume it's going to just circle back around and try again.
Then I'm gonna hold my action for when it does come in within 10 feet again. I'm also gonna move closer to everyone because I am probably not gonna reach from there. But if it gets within, I'm gonna stand kind of where Zaffre and Agar and just wait until it's within 10 feet to use poison spray.
Meeza, it's your turn.
Yes.
I'm actually speaking to the Meeza.
Sure, why not?
There was a different voice. Yay. Hello.
Hi.
I have a question. How is Meeza feeling?
Well, I don't really think it's gonna matter too much because I was gonna use Tides of Chaos anyways to give myself advantage on an attack.
Okay. I mean, my question was less mechanical and more narrative. Because if you think Meeza would be cool as a cucumber,
no,
then okay.
No.
But are they in a panic? That's my question.
They've just had a giant bird swoop down on them and knock them prone. I think they're in quite a panic.
Okay. Then I will let you do your attack first, and then I'll ask you to roll a d20, and we'll see.
Okay.
See what happens.
Do I hit the bird with the sling?
You do.
Yay! Do damage this time.
Okay, describe your attack, please.
Basically, I get out the sling and I kind of do like I've seen like the guards do when they're, scaring away creatures, and they kind of whip it above their head and they fling it, and the stone flies, and so I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. And
that's what happens.
Yay!
So you hit Busby's wing, and she lets out a really big squawk. She doesn't sort of fall to the ground immediately, but her flight path is altered a bit. It's less stable, so you can see she's a bit she's less steady,
Mm-hmm.
and she does actually sort of start coming back down again.
And I would like to then run back towards the bushes for cover.
Before, or either before or while you're running, I would like you to roll a d20. Oh, you rolled a 16.
Yep.
You already did that. Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, you get that tingling sensation, but nothing happens. It's nighttime. It's time for Zaffre.
Did he get the owlbear?
Well, because you did your roll before, so yes, I would say you have managed to nudge it out of the mushroom pit.
Have most people, most of the rest of the party already started to leave? Like
We're all there.
Yeah, you're all there.
Yeah.
Right,
Except
so
Meeza's in a bush.
Okay, so I'll hold up. I'll say, I got the bear, and let's go. And stuff it, and then I'll hold my I'll start to back away with the sword out. So I'll move back toward the tree line.
Okay. Garland sort of sees you do this, and like I said, he roars out in anger, and he is going to try and I would say cut himself loose, because he does have a cutlass. Noki, would that work? Would he be able to?
Normally, yes. If you want to put it mechanically, I'd say that he makes an attack roll against my spell save.
Okay.
For against the mushrooms. It's not a really high one, so.
Okay, so he's going to use his cutlass from within the sort of nest of mushrooms. He's going to sort of try and raise the blade up so that he's trying to slice his way out of this mushroom nest. Okay, that's 12.
And no.
Oh, God.
It's 13.
Okay, so he's sort of the blade sort of does poke out, but it's sort of getting snagged, and while he's
just roll back.
Yeah, while he's struggling, he's glaring at Zaffre, and he says, "Listen to me, you little blue meddlesome lizard. That toy, I don't give a flying fig about that toy. There is something inside that toy that belongs to me, and I need it."
So yeah, sort of, how is it laid out in front of me at the moment? Okay,
so I would say directly behind you in a bush is Meeza. Meeza's waving. Hi, I'm over here.
I'm over here.
Smiling and waving at you in front of you is Zaffre. And Zaffre has just now retrieved the owlbear. I would say over to your side. I mean, could be left or right. It's up to you. How you're picturing it mentally. It's up to you. Is Noki
left?
Okay. And in front of all of you is Garland, who is still trapped in the mushroom snare. And behind Garland, coming to land, I would say at this point, because of the injury that she sustained from Meeza's attack, is Busby, who's sort of coming into land behind Garland.
Right. So is Zaffre between me and Garland?
Yes.
I think I'm sort of gonna wait for Zaffre to sort of walk back, because that's what Zaffre was doing, right?
I was trying to get away with. I was encouraging everyone to take off with.
Yeah. Sort of making sure nothing dangerous is behind us, so Zaffre can keep backing up, and sort of also like ruffling the bushes with my tail, giving Meeza a sign of, "Hey, might be going soon."
Hello there! Today, we're shining the spotlight on Underground Oracle Publishing. They're a two-person small press publisher creating 5th edition supplements for both sides of the GM's screen. Their goal is to turn their passion for tabletop gaming into unique and exciting materials that can be used by the role-playing community. You can find out more about their supplements, which also feature some fantastic artwork by the likes of Anderson Maya and Victor Benitez Morales, over on Underground Oracle's Patreon and Drive-Thru RPG pages. Links to these are included in the video description below. Busby's turn now. Busby is going to walk, and by walk I mean waddle comically, because she's quite a big thing.
Do one of those like bird hops that we see those big birds do.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very ungainly. And she is sort of making for not Zaffre, but Garland. And she is going to try and use her beak to tear through the mushroom snare. So that would be a beak attack, I'm guessing. Would that be right, Noki? Would you say that is the appropriate mechanical maneuver? It's beak against mushroom?
It's beak against mushroom, yes.
Okay, it's like rock, paper, scissors, but it's beak, mushroom,
sword.
I don't know. Pirate. Yes.
Garland.
So let's see. That is a 16.
That'll do.
Okay. So she, with a giant beak, she rips through this sort of mushroom net with ease, and Garland sort of staggers out of it.
We've made it pretty clear that we're just gonna go, right?
Yeah.
Well then I'm gonna use Entangle again. Because I have 2 spell slots.
And you can keep both of them!
Yeah. So that's a strength save for both of them.
Okay. Garland, what was it again? The save?
13.
13. Okay, Garland, it's like, oh, you're not playing that trick on me again. And he kind of is able to just sort of avoid it, but it does get Busby. And when Garland sees that Busby is becoming ensnared, he wheels around. He's not looking at you, any of you, and he is just, there's an expression of he just looks very, very distraught. It's like, no, Busby, no. And he is in distress, and Busby's just like, ah! So now it's Meeza's turn.
And seeing that now his back is turned to me, and I'm in the bush, I'm going to run out of the bush. I'm going to grab him by his hooked hand that you said he had a hooked hand.
Yes.
Right? And I'm going to shocking grasp him.
Ooh.
Does that count as him wearing metal armor to give me advantage?
It's it's a cool idea, but the harness, the hook it's all sort of a leather harness. Oh my goodness. Oh, good golly.
And then I run away because he has no reaction, so.
Yeah, you sort of do a buzzer shock on him.
Yep.
Anyway, and he goes like, as you run away again, he just sort of hisses at you almost. He's like, ah! Meddlesome pig lizards. Meddling in affairs ought not be meddling in. Oh, Busby, what have they done to you?
That's Mr. Pig Lizard to you. And I run.
Am I able to hand the owlbear off?
Like
if he's just running by, can I?
I would say it could be either Meeza or it could be Ag or Noki, because I think Noki hasn't moved at all.
Okay.
Or no, Noki sort of stepped a little bit back, but towards you, Ag as well. So you could take your pick.
Okay, yeah, whoever's running faster. I'd probably give it to Meeza, because I think Ag is not very fast. I'll hand that off, and I will keep my sword out and fight defensively. So I will be on the defense,
Okay.
prepared to fight back.
Garland falls to his knees. He's still muttering angrily to himself, but he's sort of he's pulling apart the mushroom stalks that have got Busby ensnared, and sort of gets most of them off, and stroking Busby's bald head, and then he sort of turns to you and sort of sees you with your sword drawn, and he's sort of panting because he just got electrocuted. Listen, I didn't want a fight. I just need what's inside that toy. What's inside that blasted toy? You can keep the toy. I don't need that. There is something inside that owlbear that is mine by rights. Just please.
What is it?
You mean you don't know? What? Why on earth do you want it then?
Because you stole it from a small child. You don't take things from hatchlings. Even I wouldn't do that.
Aren't you running away?
I am, but I...
Is that why you're running?
I'm running, but I shout backwards. You don't take stuff from hatchlings.
You have stolen a number of items from a number of people, and they are all very upset with you. You have been a very, very bad person.
He looks very confused at you. He says, no.
There were spices stolen. There is a holy item from the temple that is missing.
What in the blue blazes are you talking about?
You had nothing to do with this?
No.
But the young children, the Red Herrings, they were responsible for these thefts. They said they were stealing for you.
Nar! That's pirate talk for no. But nar! I just paid them to get me this. I don't even know where they got it from. I just need this. I've been searching for this blasted thing for so long, and it took me so long just to track it back here.
Let us see what this item is.
Yeah, I stop with it and I look at it.
The front of it is a very cute looking version of an owlbear. So it's got an owl. I mean, you wouldn't recognize any of it, but it's got big eyes and a round, fluffy tummy, and it looks well loved. I suppose if you're turning it over in your yes, exactly. If you're turning it over in your hands, you will see that its back. There is a rectangular shaped sort of stitching on the back. You can see that the material on the back seems to be pulled tighter than it should be. Like there's a bit missing, and the bit missing seems to have been rectangular shaped, like there was a patch on it. And the thread that has been used to stitch it closed again is not the same color as the rest of the thread that's been used to create this owlbear. It's in fact bright red.
I'm gonna take my little kobold claw. I'm gonna kind of pop the stitches and open it.
Some more of that stuffing
Don't
falls
eat
out.
it.
Okay. But nestled in the stuffing is a piece of parchment, which is sort of rolled up a little bit.
I would like to, as I'm looking in it, I would like to try to stealthily summon my mage hand and pull the parchment out and discreetly sort of tuck it away, and then as I do that, I'm going to look up and go, "There's nothing in here."
Roll for the biggest deception ever.
I know.
Absolutely.
That's a 12.
No way. No way. No way.
I still say it.
Garland has been like fixing you with his eyes the whole time. He says, "Please,
Meeza.
please, just. Did you open it? Did you open it? Was it in there? Please."
I'm gonna go over to Egg and give the piece of parchment to Egg and be like, "This is for you."
It is not for her. It's mine.
Well, you've been very bad, so we're gonna just deal with it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read it right in front of him. Just open it up and.
Okay.
We are horrible people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Ag, you open up this piece of parchment, and you read out what it says.
Sort of squints at it.
Mm-hmm.
No, this doesn't even make any sense, young man.
What do you mean it doesn't make any sense?
That doesn't make sense.
Now, if you just be quiet, I will read it to you. And you will know. And then
Seething.
off on your merry way. Alright?
Aye, fine. Just tell me what it says.
Why don't you have a seat? You're coming across quite...
I can make him some tea. I pull out the jar of chamomile.
No, I'll sit down. I'll sit. And he's already.
This is my chamomile.
He's already on the ground.
Yeah.
Good. Dear Nick, you salty old sod, this message might strike you as odd, but now we have your map, you stupid old sap, you're better off fishing for cod. What's cod?
Yeah.
What's a fish?
Garland.
This makes no
sort of
sense.
Garland's mouth, like he's gaping at you, and he looks
Who's
like he's,
Nick?
That's my name.
But your name's Garland.
He doesn't seem to be like hearing you. He seems to be. If you imagine there is a red bar sort of going up his face, and you could imagine steam coming out of his ears, and he says, "Those blasted, bleeding little whelps!" And he kind of launches himself up to his feet, and he just takes out his cutlass, and he starts sort of like whirling around. He says, "I'll have their gizzards for a
Now,
Garland
what did we
to my
talk
name."
about? Sit down.
Calm down, or you will be shocked again.
I am not listening to you.
Do you want me to
meddlesome-
shock him, Egg? I'll shock him again.
No,
He-
let's give him a chance. He's going to sit down now and very quietly and calmly tell us what has happened, aren't you?
Ag, this if you want, you can use your speaker background, and you could roll for
Oh, yes.
persuasion with advantage.
That's a 20.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
20.
Garland's mind is suddenly filled with the memories of an elderly aunt that
Aw.
once schooled him in manners. and his expression of irate fury falters for a moment. He doesn't sit, but he does sort of relax a little bit, and he says, "What was supposed to be in that there owlbear was a map. A map that is by rights mine. Now, what I suspect has happened is that those disgusting wretches, they've stolen it. And they've tried to have me, they've tried to swindle me out of my treasure map. Now I am going to let you keep this owl bear because it is of no importance to me now. But I am now going to find those children and I am going to kill them. So good day to you all.
No.
And I will be on my merry way.
One may not murder hatchlings. They are hatchlings. They do not know better. They must be educated. And perhaps spanked. But not murdered.
Oh, I'll spank them all right. And he just raises
With
his
my
hook
sword.
hand. He raises his hook hand and his sword, both. He's like, oh, I'll
Well,
get them.
you should speak to their parents.
I don't have time for this. I have wasted enough time looking for this blasted thing. Oh.
A treasure is, however, a noble quest. And I applaud you on taking it on.
Well,
Don't compliment him. He's the bad guy.
He wants to kill hatchlings.
You don't compliment somebody who's going to kill hatchlings.
He has not done it. He has said in anger. He's spoken in anger.
Then maybe
Listen.
we should tie him to a tree and let him calm down before he does something he's going to regret.
This is true.
while you're discussing this, he's walking away.
No, you're not getting away.
He sort of goes over to Busby, and Busby in the meantime has kind of has managed to extricate herself from the mushroom trap, and is kind of making whatever cute little noises a giant vulture makes. And Garland is sort of petting her gently and says, if you had been searching for something as long as I have, I think you would be quite peeved if a bunch of disrespectful teenagers tried to swindle you out of your treasure. Now, this map that they took is mine. And I'll tell you what, seeing as I don't know where their blasted hideout is, if you help me, I'd be willing to maybe share a small portion of the treasure once it has been retrieved with you. And we'll see whether or not there any killing needs to be done. I mean, obviously, you're right. I was speaking in ire. I was speaking in rage before. I would prefer not to spill young blood, or whatever you are, blood. But I can see you are of the chivalric inclination. Oh, I believe justice need be done. So, if you help me find them, maybe we could share the loot. What do you say? And he holds out his hook hand, and then he realizes the mistake, and he holds out his flesh man hand.
His flesh.
To you.
I'll kind of look at everybody else. See what especially Ash.
I mean, that's
Looking to Ash.
Frog's like, well, we're there anyway. And if it is his, we should probably return it.
It be mine. Definitely be mine.
I wasn't talking to you. Shh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were having a conversation.
No.
not
I was
you.
talking to
Only
Zaffre.
He reaches into his pocket and just takes out the most rotten-looking piece of meat you've ever seen, and he just gives it to Busby. I had that in my pocket the whole time. I'm a stinky pirate. Getting a little bit meta now. I suggest we wrap up soon.
I mean, if no hatchlings gets killed, that's good. So I mean, I think it's for the best that we do it.
That's very good reasoning, yes. I suppose it is better not to kill hatchlings.
Unless they deserve it.
Unless they.
I like the way this pink one thinks. What's your name? What's your name, pink one? I'll make you my cabin thing.
Wait,
I'm not really sure. I'm not really
really
sure what you are, so I'll just make you my cabin thing.
Kobold.
My cabin kobold. You be me cabin kobold, and he gives you a wink.
What's a cabin?
Let's go. Lead the way. I presume you know where we're going.
No.
Oh, you're coming with us.
I thought we could
course.
just tie you to
Happening.
a tree.
You can
I
certainly
quite like
try.
that idea as well, yes.
We could just knock you out.
Are in the forest though?
You don't know.
We could go talk to Demo. He said that the forest was one of their hideouts. He lives above the florist shop.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Listen, do we have a deal? Like I said, help me find them now. Help me track them now. We all go there together. We get my map back, and then I give you some of the treasure once I have it. How's that for a deal? And then you can...
And no murder.
No murder unless strictly necessary.
But what about...
Movie.
Are we going to go with you to find the treasure, or are you just going to take the map and leave?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That's the deal. Otherwise, Busby gets a second breakfast. Up to you. And he holds out the hand again to Zaffre. Do we have a deal?
Sure. And I'll shake.
Arr! You have to say it too, otherwise. It's a pirate deal. You have to all say arr.
Arr!
Now, see, only one of you said it, which makes me doubt the conviction of this deal. I'm not really sure. Your hearts are... No, now hold on. Now, listen. He sort of raises his cutlass like a baton, and he sort of says, "After 3. 1, 2, 3." Right, let's go.